From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Darrell W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, February 17th, 2015. Silver is trading at $17.24 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,231 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $236. Antiwar.com reports after Sunday's beheading of 21 Egyptian Coptic Christians by the Libyan affiliate of the Islamic State, the Egyptian military junta wasted no time in launching retaliatory strikes against the Islamic State forces. Unfortunately, Egypt's airstrikes were not particularly accurate, and at least 7 civilians, including 3 children, have been confirmed killed in the airstrikes against the coastal city of Derna near the Egyptian border. To make matters worse, the Islamic State was out in force in the wake of the attacks, moving against other Egyptian civilians in the cities under their control. Reports are that at least 35 more Egyptians have been captured by the Islamic State, again in retaliation for the attacks that were themselves retaliatory. There were at least 2 rounds of airstrikes against the Islamic State targets in Derna and Sirte, and Egyptian officials claimed they'd killed scores of the Islamic State fighters. Most of the attacks centered on training camps. The Egyptian junta has been backing Libyan General Khalifa Haftar in his attempt to take over the country, first in a coup against the parliament and then on behalf of the parliament to replace them. Egypt has launched a handful of airstrikes in support of Haftar's forces, though they control very little of the nation. The Libyan faction of the Islamic State was originally an unaffiliated Islamic faction in the nation's northeast. Since pledging allegiance to the Islamic State, the group has become much more powerful and influential and has carried out operations in several cities across Libya.
You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and Numeri supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com.
UPI reports construction is underway for a 750-megawatt solar power plant in India that is set to become the largest solar power plant in the world. It will overtake the current production record set by the Desert Sunlight Solar Project in California, which produces 550 megawatts. The project in India will cost about $640 million and will be constructed on about 3,700 acres of land in the Rewa district of the Indian state of Madhya Pradesh. The expected cost of the power production will be about 8 cents per unit, the lowest in the country. India plans to have a capacity of 100 gigawatts of solar power by 2022.
For over 35 years, Robertson Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co.
Reuters reports a CSX train hauling North Dakota crude derailed in West Virginia on Monday, setting a number of cars ablaze, destroying a house, and forcing the evacuation of 2 towns in the second significant oil train incident in 3 days. A night shift manager for the West Virginia Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Management said 1 or 2 of the cars plunged into the Kanawha River and a couple are burning. There are no reports at this time of injuries or death. CSX said the train was hauling 109 cars from North Dakota to the coastal town of Yorktown, Virginia, where midstream firm's Plain All-American Pipeline runs an oil depot. It said 1 person was being treated for potential fume inhalation. West Virginia State Police First Sergeant Greg Duckworth, who was at the crash site, told Reuters that 9 or 10 of the cars had exploded at intervals of about every half hour. A similar sequence has occurred in a handful of other derailments over the past year and a half, with the fire from one tank heating up gases in the next nearest car, causing it to ignite. Heavy snows and frigid temperatures are hindering efforts to deal with the incident. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.